Hey, beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. So, our topic for today is who is keeping tabs on you or who is watching you and why, or their intentions moving forward. Now, given that this isn't necessarily going to be someone romantic coming through, I will not be pulling any message cards for today. I do want to give a disclaimer. It's quite an interesting disclaimer, so, pull up a chair. Because it's either going to be disturbing, interesting, hilarious, or maybe a little bit all of the above. So, and there is a reason why I say this as a disclaimer. As I always say, take what resonates, get rid of anything that doesn't. This kind of falls into the category, but I'm giving a little example for anyone's benefit. All right, so we're going to take a look at the energy today, right? We're going to see who is coming through, who's keeping tabs on you. So let's just give the example that, I'm pulling up an energy and I say, oh, it's someone who's embodying like a masculine energy and, this is who they are. And you're like, okay, yeah, I think I know who this is. And then we move over into the intentions side of the reading. And it's like romantic. It comes out in like a romantic context. But let's say you were watching this and the person that was coming through, let's say, is like Grandpa Stan. Obviously, it is not going to be a romantic interest. So please use your logic. But yeah, I've had interesting comments in the past, which I just delete them because those are just absolutely ridiculous and far-fetched. And I can guarantee there's no reader on this platform or anywhere who's going to read for that type of energy. So please don't jump to those conclusions because that's just weird. Okay? So that's why we say take what resonates, get rid of anything that doesn't. So, if you want, I would say you could watch it and say, okay, yeah, maybe that family member is coming through because they are thinking of you because you're a family member and, they care about you, and just leave it at that. Just ignore the rest of the reading, move on to a different pile or a different reading altogether. That is pretty much the end of my little interesting disclaimer. Yeah, so any of you on YouTube, you've probably, if you ever read comment sections, I'm pretty sure you've seen interesting comments from people. I usually just delete those type of comments because they're strange. So usually I hope they're just trolling, but you never know. Anyways, okay, to get back to our reading, if you are wanting to book a personal reading with me, I do have my most popular linked at the top of the description, but you're also welcome to visit my website. I have more options over there. And yeah, let's dive in to your decks and your crystals. So group 1, you have the Floral Tarot with the Yellow Jasper. Group 2, you have the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot with this Caribbean Calcite. And group 3, you have the Modern Witch Tarot with this Bloodstone. All right, so timestamps are listed in the middle of the description or pinned in the comment section. And I will see you lovelies at your reading. Hello, my group 1s. You chose the Floral Tarot with the Yellow Jasper. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's place your little stone. Which one do I want to place it by? This Jack Frost candle. Someone could be named Jack coming through. Maybe you're Jack, Jackie, Jacqueline, Jackson. Okay. First of all, we're having the Hanged Man. Neptune, Pisces energy. Someone is really watching. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so we have some grief coming through. This person's hurting. Have a bit of sorrow. Heavier energy here. Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant, Taurus. Who is this person? Okay, so this is someone you're tied to spiritually. Maybe someone you've had an awakening with, or they've had an awakening through you. They are hurting. There is pain here tied to this person. There's grief tied to this person. There's a history of cycles and patterns with them. Could be a karmic as well. Maybe somebody you thought that you were going to end up with or committed to. They are tied to your spiritual journey, spiritual evolution. Again, it could be karmic. Like I said, we have the 7 of coins, Ace of coins. Who's this person? Who's keeping tabs on you? Who's watching you? Strength, we have Leo, and we have the 8 of cups. Yeah, we have this energy of walking away. So you're no longer in contact with this person. You're not talking to them, or you're not invested romantically here. You're not together, I will say that. But they were hoping for a new beginning here, a fresh start even. This could also be a friend that you deeply cared about with once. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but there is this is like a no contact situation. If there is any contact whatsoever, it would be very minimal. It doesn't feel emotionally charged as it once did. I feel, yeah, there's grief coming through here. Tell us a little more about this person. But they're certainly significant in your life, or they were at one point. We have the World. Yeah, things have shifted here. World, Death, Capricorn, Scorpio, the Sun, Leo, Queen of Swords. Who is this person? Who's keeping tabs? 4 of Wands. Yeah, this is someone you were connected to. 5 of Coins. There's been a separation, divorce, a breakup, an ending. Ace of Wands. 2 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so this is like an ex of some kind. A love interest of some kind. I'm getting even like on again, off again energy between the two of you. You really once deeply cared about each other. This is someone who has tried to really come back into your life. I feel many times here. Again, there's cycles with this person. Patterns and cycles, more than just one. So there's a repeated history here. With the Fool on the bottom. I'm getting commitment issues. Like just can't commit. Or a lack of maturity here, a lack of stability. See a little more about this person. It's been heavy though. A lot has happened since then with this person. A lot has happened with you. I feel like it's not that I feel like they're more curious about you than you are of them. Especially if you've moved on. If you've moved on, Since this person, yeah, they are absolutely curious. Like, they want to know what is going on, what you're up to. Are you serious about this other person? Action. They really embodied masculine energy here, and we have the root chakra coming through. I'm getting more so this person runs from stability. They want it mostly, like deep down, like they want security and stability, but they just can't seem to grasp that. They just can't seem to settle down in some way. So it's like the thing that they want most, they struggle with. Okay, this one flipped over immediately. Who is this person? Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay, so this person may have struggled with opening up emotionally. They were easily bothered by any suggestions to work on things, you know, where they need to take accountability here. They do struggle with that. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Let's get one more. Heart. Love, deep affection, and caring. Yeah, this is someone you were romantically connected to. We have rats on the bottom. Someone working against you behind your back. I feel like they're keeping tabs on you behind your back. Obviously, because we're here for who's keeping tabs on you, who's watching you. But I feel like their intentions are going to be quite interesting here. I feel like there is this sense of betrayal coming from this person, especially if you're better without them, you're happier, and like you've moved on. I'm getting with the unicorn, though, is more like wishful thinking with this person. Like, kind of like delusion. Maybe you had your rose-colored glasses on with this person. It really didn't turn out to be what was expected. But I feel like they can't seem to handle a lot, especially when it comes to criticism or areas where they need to grow and evolve. Especially like when it was intended to grow and evolve with you. It's like they couldn't meet you there. They couldn't move past certain things. They needed a lot of to do a lot of inner work, to be honest. So, but this person does in their mind still deeply care about you. And I feel like they may be living in a delusional fantasy when it comes to you as well. All right, so let's take a look at their intentions. What are their intentions with my group ones? Five of Cups. Okay, so they are living in regret here. Knight of Wands. Three of Cups. Temperance. They want to be back in your life. They want to fix things. They want to get to a good place with you. They want to reconcile with you. A place more of balance. They regret how things have been left. At the very least, they are looking for friendship. To be honest, I'm picking up on a little bit more than that. But that's what they're going to tell you. Like, can we be friends? You know, can we work on this? Can we get to a good place? That is like, they do want to be in a good place with you. But I just feel like there's more to it than that. I feel like they're going to say this to you. Because I do feel that this person is going to come through and try to fix things. They're going to come through and express regrets. They're going to come through and express remorse, looking for a reconciliation, but I feel like they are actually hiding what they're wanting beneath the surface. What do they actually want? What are they hiding here? What intentions are they hiding? They're hiding intentions. This is like surface level here. The Tower, yep. Ace of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, they want you back. They don't like that you've moved on. They're coming to disrupt your life. Because they still have feelings. They still have feelings. So their intentions is to be friends, quote unquote. But no, it's more than that. So, you know, when they come in, just be mindful. Again, use your discernment. If you don't want this person back, absolutely set your boundaries. And yeah. All right, so let's pull some zodiac signs and initial tiles just for a little extra confirmation if you're resonating with this. It could be your sign, their sign, maybe a little bit of both. Okay, so we have Libra, we have 8th house Scorpio coming through, we have 12th house Pisces, and we have Leo. Which flipped over to Aries. Okay, so with the tiles, you may see like a significant word, maybe a place, person, name, something significant to this connection. I am seeing the name Sean, and I'm also seeing Shane. Kind of Seamus as well. So we have Seanhe. Sheena. You have E-L. I'm seeing Heel. Someone's name could be Neil. C-O. Elton. You have G. Seeing Gelatin. Interesting. Helena. We have N-A, Angie, Angela, D, Dean, Deanna, I-N-T, Diet. Maybe you've purged them from your life. You know, you're starting fresh, starting clean. Not wanting this type of energy in your life anymore. Maybe they're getting clean, you know, with their behavior. I'm going to assume with their intentions that they're not, but what else do we have here? Elena. Ashley. Ashton. Lisa. Glenn. Gail. Angelo. I'm seeing Lee, Nate. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of different names. We could go on forever. So that is what I have for you, Group 1. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Sending you so much love. Please feel free to throw in more suggestions and I will add it to my list. And yeah, I'll see you lovelies in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 2, you chose the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot with the Caribbean Calcite. Welcome to your reading. All right, yeah, over here. So who is watching you? Who's keeping tabs on you? Who's got their eye on you right now? The the Monarch. Okay, we have the Emperor coming through. Aries energy. So an authority figure, or they see themselves that way. 10 of Wands. Yeah, this person takes on a lot of responsibility. It's like someone who is like in a leadership role here. People turn to them. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, they see that they invest a lot. I'm getting like they really see themselves in this light too. Like the one that everyone turns to, the one that, you know, takes responsibility for a lot. It could be quite older and wiser as well. Warrior of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. This person tends to overthink as well. This person has a lot of stress in their life. Like they are very stressed out. Feeling like a lot is put on them. There's most definitely certain expectations here. We have Libra with Justice. They could be in law enforcement of some kind. Or maybe that's just they appreciate fairness. They want it could be someone who vouches for people, like is an advocate of some kind. We have the Moon. Pisces. Who is this person? 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Chance. They seem to have their head in the clouds. At times, they find themselves in a little bit of fantasy. I feel like this person really... How do I say this? They think very highly of themselves. I will say that. I'm getting like a very egotistic energy here. We have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, when they're wronged, they really, really take it to heart. Yeah, it's almost like in a way, it could even be, obviously, I can't label them a narcissist, but be very egotistical. It could even be a little bit arrogant here. They think highly of themselves. I will say that. Like, it's almost like they're in La La Land, like some sort of Delulu fantasy lands. But they do seem to be under a lot of stress. There's a lot going on with this person. They feel like they've been wronged in some way. It's like they're the victim, but they're seeing themselves as like of most importance. So interesting energy so far. They see themselves as very invested in other people's lives. 2 of Wands. Queen of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. There's this person, Queen of Swords. 6 of Swords. Who's this person? The Witch. We have the Magician, Gemini and Virgo. Okay, they do struggle with abandonment or finances. They may even struggle with keeping a job, holding down a job. Even making a decision here. Nymph of Swords. Okay, very curious. I feel like you're actually doing better than this person. They're very curious about you. There is like an immaturity here when it comes to them. But I feel in some ways they actually look up to you as well. I don't know if they would admit it though. There's something about you that they just find fascinating and interesting. We have the Wayfarer here, the Lovers. I'm not quite sure if this is like, if they have a romantic interest, or maybe they see themselves in you a little bit. Something about you reminds them of themselves. So you may be bringing something out within them. This tends to be someone who just keeps like moving forward, moving on. And they do struggle a lot. Like, I feel like this person actually has been through a lot, but they really take it, they put like a twist or a spin on things where they feel like deeply wronged. And I do feel like they have a hard time owning up to certain things. They do lack maturity, but again, it really is interesting. Who is this person? Again, they see themselves as, very highly regarded or important. But I don't really get that other people see them that way. I'm getting it's more they see themselves that way. Who is this person that's watching you? They are fascinated by you. Very, very fascinated. Very curious. Indecision. Yeah, okay, so they struggle with decision making. It's like they're always looking for validation. They're always looking. Blossoming abundance. And we have all tied up here on the bottom. Yeah, this is someone who is like stuck in their own struggles. They want what you have. Like, they're seeing you as having abundance in some way, and they want it. So they do admire you. They do envy you in a certain way. Yeah, you really are fascinating to this person. They can't seem to make things work for themselves. Firecracker, excitement. Yeah, they tend to, I'm getting like a flighty energy, like someone who gets really excited about certain things. They get really invested, but then they lose interest quite quickly. Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yeah, they're always on to the next thing. Ladder. Climbing towards success. Parrots. Someone will gossip all about your secrets. We have handshake here. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Okay, so this is someone who is quite chatty. Talks about other people, very curious. I feel like they may even be hearing gossip about you, and they're curious. They want success, they really do. Like, they want better for themselves. They are trying to get it, but it seems like anytime there's a struggle, they throw in the towel. Like, they just quit, they just give up. They do get quite excited and quite passionate about new ideas, but it's like they just can't seem to make things work for themselves, and then they feel sorry for themselves, and then they'll bring up all the stress they have, but how important they are, and yeah, they see themselves as wronged. They see themselves as, in a way, better than, but they are under a lot of stress because they're not exactly where they want to be in life. They like to be in control, but their life is like complete chaos right now. Interesting. Okay. So what are their intentions with you? Why are they keeping tabs on you? What are their intentions here? Okay, Wayfarer. The Lovers. Meditation. We have the Hanged Man. The Star. Ooh, the Sun. Look at all major arcana. Okay, so they do look up to you. They do, you've piqued their interest. They are very interested in you. They're seeing you as very vibrant, very inviting. They're seeing you as someone who can improve their life, someone who can make things better for them. I feel like they have this person absolutely does actually have a romantic interest in you. But Three of Cups. I'm just getting that this person is very flaky. Again, so it's like if they have a fantasy about you built up in their mind of what life would be like with you, you know, how you would improve their life. And sure, you know, when you have a crush, maybe you put them on a pedestal a little bit. But I don't know. There's just something about this person. And I could be quite judgmental here about it. But this seems to be the person that is always looking for the next best thing. You know, I'll be happy when, or I'll be happy if. Like, they just can't seem to appreciate things now. And again, like, they easily give up. So, especially if things don't go their way. If things aren't going their way and they're met with challenge and resistance and, you know, life, they tend to feel wronged and betrayed in some way. And they just, like, move on quite quickly to the next best thing. Like, even in friendships. But they really do like you. They like you. They can see themselves. Yeah, they're having a whole fantasy about you in their mind. Like, they're seeing you as a wish fulfillment. But they're also seeing you as, like, the one that can make their life better. Okay. Do we have a hidden intention here? Is there a hidden motive or intention? The Empress. Three of Pentacles reversed. Oh, okay. They move on from relationship to relationship when things aren't going well. So they may be already attached. You know, looking for a way out because things aren't going their way. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Be mindful of that. They struggle in relationships. This to me is like, yes, they are looking for an equal, but I feel like they're not really looking for an equal. It's more like you would be taking care of them in like a way, like they would be like a child. And I'm getting that they are quite immature. They have some growing up to do. All right, so, but yeah, that is what we have. So let's get some Zodiac signs. for initial confirmation, if this is resonating for you, we have the 9th house Sagittarius, we have Pisces, we have 4th house Cancer, and we have Aries. Yeah, they definitely jump from like either job to job, relationship to relationship, crush to crush. It's like, how many crushes do you have? So, yeah, they don't, they want to be serious, but they struggle. They do struggle with that. We have W, E, I, D, G, S, E. Seeing the word weed. Maybe they like to escape, use substances to escape. We have B, I, A, V, T, K, E, E, I'm seeing the word takers, so that, yeah, I'm getting like they're more of a taker than a giver. But I am seeing giver as well. Seeing weird. So they may see themselves as different. I'm seeing rave. This person likes to party. They like to have fun. And again, when things are more serious, they struggle. Seeing bike or biker. Seeing Kasha. Could have the name Kevin. I'm seeing Kev. Kira. Kieran. Sierra. Dave. Drake. I'm seeing Visa. Interesting. Ava or Eva. Aaron. All right, I'm just going to leave it there now. So that is what I have for you, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Please feel free to throw your suggestions in the comments. If you don't feel comfortable about it being public, you're welcome to email me or use the contact form on my websites. And yeah, I will see you lovelies in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3, you chose the Modern Witch Tarot with the Bloodstone. Welcome to your reading. All right, let's place it there. Hold on, let me just get a little drink. Okay. So who is watching you? Who's keeping tabs on you? Getting some interesting people coming through so far today. Okay, so we have the Fool, we have Aquarius, the Hermit, Virgo. Everything's fine. Okay, so all right. This is someone who really keeps to themselves. They come across as very fun, carefree, doing their own thing. Five of Wands. Okay, they do struggle with, just give me one moment. Sorry, we're just getting a little interruption there. Okay. Conflict, competition. They're putting on a little bit of a mask here that they're more fun than they actually are. They're dealing with some struggles, internal struggles. Like, they're coming across as someone who's carefree, loving, having a lot of fun. But yeah, beneath the surface, there's a lot more here. But I feel like at times people don't take this person seriously. The hanged one. Yeah, they have a different perspective on things. You know, they're very open. Judgment. We have Pluto energy with Scorpio. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Okay, they can come across as cold at times, or again, like, they have strong boundaries. They keep to themselves. There's only like certain information that they will share with people. This is someone who is very independent. They love their independence. They do keep to themselves at time. And I feel like this person does have a great appreciation for things. But like I said, sometimes people don't take this person seriously. They think they're like heads in the clouds, but that's not the case. Like, they do struggle. They just keep it, like, they're quite private. Like, they don't want to talk about it, especially with people that they don't trust. This is why they're very to themselves. Like, they do have strong boundaries. Like, they've been through a lot more than other people really realize. And they would really open up to the people that they trust deeply. Tell us a little more about this person. The Eight of Cups. Could be recently single. Nine of Wands. Yeah, they've been through a lot. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Maybe you have history with this person. That was very painful. There's some regrets here. Like, they turned their back. Like I said, recently single. It could be from you. It could be from somebody else. King of Wands. Eight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. There is a very beautiful childlike quality about them. And I mean, like, playfulness. But they do hurt. They do grieve. And I feel like that's one thing that, again, people don't see about this person, is that they're human. Like, they're not, just because they're playful and, you know, appreciate things, doesn't mean that they don't struggle. It doesn't mean that they haven't been through a lot. But I feel like people don't take that into consideration. And it's really because people don't truly know this person. People just assume that things come easily to them, but that they haven't struggled at all, but they have. Like, they've been through a lot. So I don't even know if you know this about this person. You may even see them and be like, oh yeah, they're always happy, always smiling, like, they having a good time. They don't seem to take things seriously. You know, things always work out for them or whatever, but that's not truly the case, or entirely the case here. Seven of Swords on the bottom. Yeah, there's a lot that they keep secret. And there is a reason for that. Like, they're not trying to be shady or deceptive in any way. They just feel like it's really nobody's business what they're working towards. So I am getting, like, they've dealt with gossip. They may even be like, it's interesting. We're like, who's keeping tabs on you? But I feel like other people have been keeping tabs on this person, gossiping about them. Maybe that's why. Maybe they, you know, whoever's gossiping about them is also gossiping about you. So they could just be naturally curious. It's like maybe they resonate with you. You may be the same type of person that they are. Maybe they can connect with you in that way. Maybe they're hoping for a connection. They see you as inviting and friendly. Let's see. Caring connections. This is someone who is, they're very careful about who they let in. Healer of the ages. I feel like this person does have a lot to offer here. They are looking for a caring connection. Now, I don't know if this is like looking for like a deep friendship or something more romantic. I do tend to see this card as romantic because the way he's like holding her, right? He's got his arms around her, but there could be best friends, maybe male and female best friends, or, you know, just like a true love and appreciation for the friendship. But yeah, they're very private, very careful. They open up very slowly. But honestly, this is someone who is they have a big heart. I feel like they are looking for romance, and there is something very interesting and inviting about you, but they are still quite cautious. They see you as genuine as well. I should have added that. Not just like what are their intentions, but like how are they seeing you? I should have added that. But I'm not redoing this reading. So, all right, we have dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. I'm also getting with dogs like loyalty. So they do value loyalty. Ooh, marriage. Okay, so yeah, they're looking for a deeply romantic connection here. Camel. Persevere and you will overcome the problem. I was going to say outcome. Okay, this is someone who doesn't give up easily when things are tough. And especially when they invest. Okay, I'm getting 2 here, so we're going to take it. First of all, we're getting caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Beautiful. And I feel like that is their motto in life. Like, things will improve. They do have more of a positive or hopeful outlook on life. We have egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Yeah, they see like hard work pays off. This is someone who is deeply invested in working through things. They are very loyal. And with the people that they're loyal with, like they through thick and thin. Like this is not someone who's just going to throw in the towel. And they do really appreciate other people who are that way as well. They are looking for long-term commitment here. They may have been married before. You know, starting new, starting fresh, starting over. So what are their intentions? I would say their intentions are looking for a partner, but let's see. See further here. 5 of Swords. 9 of Cups. What are their intentions with you? 10 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, they're looking long term, but they're still keeping it secret. Like they're open to seeing where this goes because they don't know. But yeah, they want to really get to know you. Like they want more peace in their life, more happiness. I'm just looking at this. So we have 2 people here, and we have like this little monster behind their back. they're hearing information from other people about you. So it's like they're having to sift through their intuition and what other people are telling them. And honestly, like even with this person here, they're standing with these three wands. These two people like toss their wands aside. They're moving on. So it's like they're not really taking the information that they're getting from other people to heart. They're kind of like they've turned their back on it. So they're not really listening to other people. Not really listening to like their own inner critic or fears too much. I feel like they do have good intentions. And yeah, they don't know where it's going. It could be a total mystery. Which is like anything in life, right? You just gotta be open. And see where things take you. Do they have any hidden intentions when it comes to you in this connection? Do they have any hidden intentions? Three of Swords. Four of Pentacles. The Three of Swords did come out upright, so I'm getting like they're not planning on hurting you. But yeah, they've been hurt themselves. No, they're planning to take it slow. They're very guarded. That's the thing that you need to know about this person. They are very guarded when it comes to matters of the heart, as much as they want to open up, and they will, like once they slowly get to know you for themselves, which I feel obviously they do. They do want to get to know you. This person is romantically interested in you, wanting to see where this goes. They're really open to like starting very slow. So this is someone that would ask you out for coffee. Like they're not gonna right off the bat ask you to a 5-star dinner or take you on a cruise or anything like that. They're gonna start very casual, just because, you know, jumping in, they're not gonna be like, okay, let's go sign up for like a 2-hour dinner when they don't really know much about you. It's feel like they're just wanting to get back out there romantically and get to know you. They do have a very soft romantic side as well. But yeah, you need to know that they're quite guarded with their hearts. And again, like there's a lot that people don't understand about this person. And some people just aren't open to understanding. They're seeing them as very closed off. Kind of want to see like what people are saying about them. So don't tell the other groups that you guys got a little extra here. We'll just say this. It's to make up for my lack of message cards in the last reading, even though I pulled them after I hit stop. What are other people saying about this person? King of Swords, the Emperor, reversed. Oh, like they're a know-it-all. King of Pentacles. The Devil reversed. Temperance reversed. I feel like there's some truth to what people are saying about them. Like they've come out of situations like things aren't as great as they appear, which is true. Like they've dealt with some things. Like they're working on healing and releasing some things here in their life. Like they've built a life for themselves, but I feel like people are really misunderstanding this person. They're seeing them as guarded and closed off. So in a way, like some people have like a negative view of this person. But this person is coming through as quite, like, they are very intelligent. structured in a way, but people are bothered by this person. People are triggered by this person. It's almost like this person brings out other people's insecurities or shortcomings. How would you see this person? How would you see them? King of Cups. Okay, so you're seeing them as, like, they're not, like, mushy-gushy, but you're seeing them as generous. You're seeing them as caring, as kind. Very emotionally stable. The Knight of Wands did pop up reversed. You know, kind of slow moving. I feel like you see them as, yeah, the Magician. Okay, so, yeah, you haven't completely made up your mind about them. So you don't really know them that well. You're very curious yourself. Like, you'd be very curious to see, like, who this person is. But you're seeing them as nice, is what I'm getting. You're not seeing them as a player in any way. The Knight of Wands coming through reverse. You're seeing them as quite stable. So you're not bothered by this person. I feel like, if anything, you would absolutely get along with them. Feel like you guys would have really great conversations. You would share, like, interests together. I feel like you could just talk. Like, they feel inviting emotionally. And of course, I mean, they do have an interest in you, so they would be a little more open to you. But again, they are still guarded. Like, they're just not gonna willy-nilly, like, confess their undying love to you. I feel like they would really need to get to know you. They are, like I said, emotionally intelligent and secure. And that, like I said, that bothers people. That bothers other people. It doesn't bother you. Like, you, if this were to be someone, like, you work with, people would be like, I don't really like them because blah, 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 blah. And you'd be like, well, actually, I really get along with this person. So, interesting energy. Actually, I do like this person coming through. It's nice to see. All right, so we have Gemini. If this is resonating with you, some of these signs or initial tiles I'm about to pull may resonate. We have Gemini, we have Scorpio, we have Pisces, and we have Pisces again with the 12th house. Okay, so we have SG. I'm getting Sagittarius, or maybe I'm getting, like, SG, and that's connected to Samsung, right? Maybe they have Android phone. We have SGU, T, A, N. Maybe they're very tanned. We have L, H, I, lungs. Could have asthma or lung issues. We have S, T, E, G, C, F, O, L, seeing cello. Maybe someone is playing the cello. Isabella or Isabel, Bella, Isa. Chantel. Seeing sing and sang. Music is very significant to this connection. Seeing school. If we had another O, we'd have school. Giant. Tall. Someone's tall. Tall. Seeing Stella. Seeing Athens. Beth. Beth Ann. I'm also seeing bass. Or bass. Could have guitar as well. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of music themes coming through. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. So that is what I have for you, group 3. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Please feel free to throw your suggestions for future topics either in the comments, or you're welcome to reach out to me. Yeah, I'll add it to my list. And anyways, without further ado, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.